And Merry Christmas and welcome to RFL. I'm Richard French. Thank you for joining us this evening. We're going to bring you tonight some inspiring stories. We're going to speak with people who are helping others and also hear from folks who are making a difference or have incredible personal stories to tell. But we start with hunger during the holidays. Charitable giving and donations to food banks, they typically increase during the holidays, and this year they will need the help more than ever. The Trump administration has just made a move that will slash into the social safety net. And to make matters worse for many, they did it just weeks before Christmas. Approximately 700,000 people are going to get dumped from the food stamp program. That is thanks to the government tightening work requirements. And on top of that, another proposal being floated would strip another 3 million people of their food stamps. Plus, 1 million children in need would lose free or subsidized school lunches. The government, it is running up $1 trillion deficits and spending record amounts of taxpayer money, but still it is cutting something that hurts people who need the most help. Now, I want to show you who is being impacted by this. Nearly half of the people on food stamps, their children 17 and under, that's 20 million kids. 10% disabled adults, and nearly 10% are people 60 and over. We're going to kick things off by speaking with someone on the front lines helping those in need. Our own Dominic, he visited a group called People to People based in Rockland County, New York, a suburb outside of New York City. And he spoke with its executive director, Diane Serratore.
So this is our pantry.
The proposed changes, first of all, describe what they are.
Right now, the first proposed change is to cut benefits to able-bodied single individuals who are receiving SNAP benefits, encouraging to actually, find jobs, get work, etc. The issue with that, first of all, is it doesn't come with any job training or taking into consideration other issues. Lots of folks that aren't working have low skills, they need training. In addition, there's no transportation. So they don't have the skills and they don't have a way to get to work. So what are they supposed to do?
Is this causing anxiety?
Anytime that the federal government cuts safety net programs, there's an increase in concern. Many of my nonprofit colleagues are concerned because we all deal with folks who have issues. The folks that are coming to People, their inability to put food on their tables is just one of many issues these folks face. They lack job skills, they lack language skills, they lack transportation, many of them have mental wellness issues, victims of domestic abuse. So anytime there's a hole in the safety net, there's a lot of issues that are going down that hole with them.
Wow. People to People, how many people do you, in terms of the services, do you deal with?
We help feed 4,000 Rocklanders a month. According to Feeding America, a national organization, about 30,000 Rocklanders are considered food insecure, which means they don't always have access or know where their next meal is coming from, be it for transportation reasons, financial reasons. So allegedly there's 30,000 Rocklanders that are food insecure. We help feed 4,000 of them every month. The day all 30,000 of them shows up is a day I'm going to have a lot of anxiety on that day. The good news is there are organizations that help and there are federal programs that help, but any time the federal government cuts its assistance to our neighbors in need, People to People feels that impact.
Are there people that don't know where their next meal is coming from?
Yes, and a lot of them are kids, particularly on the weekends. Children who receive breakfast and lunch at school, that's great when school is open. But on the weekends and during holidays, they often don't know where their next meal is coming from. People to People has a program that provides weekend feeding packages to several child care and after-school programs around the county so that the kids can take stuff home. But, I don't think any child should have to worry about if they're going to have breakfast or lunch. And again, Rockland County is a wonderful place. I was born here, grew up here, don't plan on leaving. But it's not cheap to live here. It's expensive. We see an incredible increase in the number of seniors that are coming to us because, their houses are paid for, but after they pay their taxes and their utilities and their medical expenses, they don't have a lot left. So we've seen a drastic increase in the number of senior households that are coming here for help with food.
Talk to me for a second about the stereotypes of people that receive food stamps. What are the stereotypes, first of all?
One of the things that causes me great personal and professional distress is the vilification of poor people. I am amazed, really, at the harshness that some of the people that I know, people, you hear comments, you read Facebook posts that are just horrifying. These are folks that are trying to get by, not trying to get over, and that's the difference. And too many times people just, they make assumptions that are based not on fact, but on fallacy.
Is one of the stereotypes that drugs must be involved?
I don't know. I think a lot of it is just that they're not trying hard enough, or they're not, they want to sit home eating bonbons and not actually work. I don't know that that's true at all. The folks that we see here at People to People are really struggling to make ends meet. They do what they can. Many of them work at 2 or 3 very low paying jobs. The whole employment map has changed significantly. There aren't a whole lot of very high paying jobs. You need special skills that a lot of these folks don't have. We need to identify some training opportunities for them so that they can fill the employment needs of the companies that are moving in here and that are here. But again, they're trying, and we should be there to help them and not vilify them.
How tough is it for someone to make ends meet that are receiving food stamps?
Well, the average benefit in Rockland County for a household is $110 a month. That's the average SNAP benefit. $110 a month for a family of 4. Have you gone shopping lately? You know how far $110 gets you? Not very far. So people that are receiving SNAP, that is not the answer. SNAP means Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program. It's supposed to be supplemental assistance. Food pantries, food banks such as People to People, we help, fill that gap. But there's a lot of folks that struggle.
How long have you been doing this type of work?
I've been at People to People since 2008 and have seen significant changes in the landscape out there. Again, when I started here in 2008, the organization was helping about 500 families a month. We're now helping 1,400 families a month.
So 3 times the amount of when you started.
Yep.
What does that say to you?
It says that there's too many people out there that need help, and there are problems here that need to be addressed. Simply feeding folks is not going to be the total answer. We need to look at the big picture. We need affordable housing, we need better transportation, we need learning opportunities, and we need jobs. People to People can't do that by themselves, which is why we need to start looking at other ways, and we need to start to take a look at making policy changes, because simply giving folks food is not going to solve this problem.
So the average family of 4, $110 a
Yes.
month? Do the math. How does that work?
I have no idea. I mean, that's why they struggle. That's why they come to People to People. That's why, they use coupons. That's why they buy food that's not all that nutritionally great. You can get a lot more bad food for the dollar than good food. A bag of chips and a big thing of soda can cost you $2. An apple or a melon can cost $4. So there's a reason why people are making poor nutritional choices. It's all they can afford. The more we're called upon to fulfill our government's obligations to its residents, the more assistance we're going to need. We don't do this for free. We do the very best we can. Our community, they do food drives, people donate money, but again, buying food to help our neighbors in need costs money.
And so you help buy the food pantry. What are the ways that People to People helps?
We are a member of the Northeast Regional Food Bank of Northeastern New York, and we purchase our food through them. Therefore, we can purchase food at significantly reduced cost. If I were to go to the supermarket and buy a box of pasta, say that cost $1, if folks gave us that $1, we could buy 5 boxes of pasta from the Regional Food Bank. Our community has always been built on taking care of each other, helping each other. The only way a community grows strong is if all of us are strong, and by making it very difficult for the most vulnerable to make it, makes for not a very good community. And I believe that we need to all do the best we can to make our world a better place for everyone, because we are all in this together.
Coming up next, an incredible true story. A kid grows up without a mother and a father in prison, but he still becomes a Harvard graduate, a college football player, and a successful businessman. Casey Gerald joins us to tell us his story, which is also in his new memoir.